Almost 40 years later, the spookily goofy band is back again for another seance, this time conjuring up a graveyard's worth of 1980s nostalgia, with Michael Keaton taking center stage as the checker-suited ghoul. That's right. But how far will the spooky meter go this time? Well, how about we find out? According to recent reports, Tim Burton is already well into planning to return to the scary and fantastical environment of his legendary franchise as soon as possible, with Michael Keaton and Jenna Ortega joining him for the adventure. The announcement of the much-anticipated sequel comes after several unsuccessful attempts to bring Beetlejuice back to the big screen. Previous efforts, such as the suggested script for Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian in the 1990s, were not successful and did not materialize. Of course, in the 2010s, there was another attempt made to bring back the much-loved characters for a sequel, but the production ran into a number of problems. Unpredictably, the project was resurrected in 2022 when it was announced that Brad Pitt's production company, Plan B, had agreed to take part in it, with Michael Keaton providing attendees of a VIP event hosted by Empire in June 2023 with information and insights into the project. He stated that the team wanted to tackle the sequel in the same manner as they did the first movie. According to Keaton, he and Burton had reached a consensus years and years ago that a sequel should be made in a manner that is indicative of the original movie. Specifically, it should involve improvisation, creativity, and a hands-on approach to shooting. But following a delay caused by a strike by the Actors Guild, Tim Burton and his crew were finally able to resume filming in Melrose, Massachusetts, and they decked out the town in Halloween garb for the duration of their stay. Of course, the production has now wrapped up, so fans can expect to experience the thrill quite soon. Currently, Beetlejuice 2 is scheduled to make its debut in theaters on September 6, 2024, although there is little information available about the movie's plot. As for the cast lineup, it has been announced that Winona Ryder will be reprising her role as Lydia, while Justin Theroux will be joining the ensemble in an unspecified capacity. Beyond that, Willem Dafoe is going to portray a law enforcement officer in the afterlife, and Monica Bellucci is going to play Beetlejuice's wife in the movie. Catherine O'Hara will also be reprising her role as Delia Dietz, Lydia's mother, when the movie returns next season. Undoubtedly, not only did the first Beetlejuice film receive positive reviews from film critics, but it was also a financial triumph, earning an amazing $74.7 million at the box office. Its popularity then expanded beyond the bounds of the silver screen, leading to the creation of a stage musical that was nominated for a Tony Award, with the theatrical adaptation performed for a total of 4 years, despite the fact that it was temporarily halted owing to the pandemic. Though after successfully overcoming the hurdles faced by the worldwide health crisis, the Broadway production sadly came to an end in January. Now, whether or not moviegoers are ready for the sequel this time around will probably depend on individual anticipation levels, as well as the degree to which they enjoyed the first Beetlejuice film. But if you need a little help deciding that, here's a little rundown of the first Beetlejuice to refresh your memory. The plot of the first version of the movie begins with a recently dead married couple, played in the film by Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin, who is becoming increasingly agitated by the presence of a new family that has moved into the house that they formerly occupied. The incoming family is led by Catherine O'Hara and Jeffrey Jones as the parents, with Winona Ryder playing their teenage daughter. Frustrated by their inability to peacefully coexist with the living occupants, the deceased couple seeks out the mischievous services of Beetlejuice, a cunning ghost from the netherworld. So Beetlejuice, portrayed by Michael Keaton, makes a promise to them in the film. He will assist them in haunting the new people who have moved into their beloved property and driving them away. Still, the choice of actors does give the impression that the plot this time will center on an adult version of Lydia and her daughter as they attempt to solve problems that include Beetlejuice and the afterlife. Not to forget, the continuing appeal of Beetlejuice can be seen in both its financial success and the continued interest inspired across a variety of mediums. So it wouldn't be shocking to see it respond all too well this time too. And while that's all for the video, make sure to catch us for more updates by simply clicking on the bell icon.